Hey guys, it's Jessica, Greater Waltham Recovery Solutions, and we are live at 4, not
Woo.
5.
4.
4 o'clock. And this is Julie,
Hi guys.
the founder of Greater Waltham Recovery Solutions, and obviously we know Mike.
You guys know Mike. Hi guys.
Is anyone joining us yet? I don't know if we should wait for a couple
We'll give it
people.
a couple minutes.
We'll give
Wait
it a
till
couple
people
minutes.
join.
We can convince.
Oh, someone's on. Hi, Natasha. Thank you for joining us.
Please interact. Ask us questions.
Ask us anything you guys want to know. We're here kind of for you guys to kind of see
Mike will be reading the questions.
what's going on, and there's no. So those aren't questions. Those are just people popping on.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I
So
can't
just
see.
anyone, come on. Hi, Natasha. So we are here for you guys, and kind of what we're going to talk about today is the history behind it, right? Like why this got started in the first place 4 years ago and to where we are now. So Julie, hi Mandy. So Julie, if you want
Is that our Mandy?
That's
it's our Mandy.
Oh, okay.
It's our Mandy who is on.
Mandy's in the house. She's part of Greater Waltham
Yep.
Recovery Solutions.
And we can just start, and then as people join, or however you want to do this, kind of just.
So first, I want to say that I am in long-term recovery, and I worked for 17 years in the human service field. I used to work with DCF girls in a residential facility from 12 to 18. So I always thought that I wanted to work with them and to open my own program. So I tried to get a group of people to do that, and then that kind of didn't work out. And I took a little hiatus from that job, like 5 years.
Yeah.
And thank God for my husband, I was able to do that.
How much did you say? How much overtime you have?
Oh no.
Yeah. How much? Just so.
Let them know.
One day.
One day at a time. One day at a time.
She switched it up.
She switched it up. All right.
One day,
That's
but
all we
23 years,
Yeah.
one day at a time,
Wow.
consistently in a
Oh.
row.
Woo! Amazing stuff.
So, I have a best friend since we have been 13 years old.
Okay.
And she was struggling with her son, who was struggling with substance use disorder. And she started to educate herself around substance use disorder and started to get on the Magnolia Page and start to get in with all the mothers and the recovery push and everything. So I started to see like this whole other recovery uprising.
Right.
And I primarily used in Waltham and Newton. Like that's where all my using was.
Right.
And there was nothing happening in this area. And everyone thinks that no one uses
In those areas.
Yeah.
So I wanted to bring attention to Waltham and Newton to let people know, I used really heavily, and a lot of people used really heavily in this area, and that we were losing people in this area. So I got together some people, and one of them is still with me, Debbie Moore.
Woo! Yeah. She just joined us. Hi,
Debbie.
And she couldn't be here tonight, but she will be on at a later time.
Absolutely.
And she's the other founding member, right?
She's the other founding member.
Yeah.
Nice.
We had one other founding member, but she kind of broke off, and we had a couple of other members who broke off.
Okay.
So, but Debbie is the one who really toughed it out, and we both stayed together for the last 4 years.
Okay.
Nice.
So she's like the ride or die soldier, who really stuck it out. So we wanted to bring attention to the Waltham area, and we've been able to kind of hold on and, have the mayor support us, and, people kind of know who we were. Waltham Overcoming Addiction, and we kept the page going with a lot of information and some memes, and
and you guys have been on that, like it was just the two of you, and you every day would post.
Yeah.
It was crazy when everyone else joined, because they were like, nope, they had this schedule and that they had stuck to this
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
what, 4 years?
Yeah,
just
we're
the
really-
two of you of posting. Now I always screw up what it is, like
Not
at
even-
which time. But I'm just saying, like they knew
Memes,
that
articles.
detox bed list was going out every morning.
Yeah, Debbie does that.
Debbie does that every morning religiously, and she has for 4 years.
Yeah.
Right. And then it was an 8 o'clock meme.
Debbie does that.
Debbie does that.
Wow.
11 o'clock article.
Yeah, pretty much Debbie does that too.
Yeah.
So what doesn't Debbie do?
But I'm saying, like, this was just the two of you, and you guys put it together.
Held it
Yeah,
down,
and
yeah.
I do the later ones
Oh,
because
so
I'm the night owl.
She's the right.
Yeah, I'm the night owl.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
That's important too.
yeah.
Yeah. So,
Yeah, people are always trolling the page and
Absolutely.
checking things out. I know, like, I followed the Waltham Overcoming Addiction page when it was that,
right.
like, years before I even met you
Oh,
guys.
wow.
Yeah, that's
nice
it
to
is
hear.
before I even met
That's
you guys.
really nice to
And you
hear.
don't
You
you
just
didn't
know, I
even
just
know.
knew, like, they were posting positive
And they
recovery
posted
related
such
stuff.
good memes and articles and information, which we still do.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was just the two. My point is, it was the two of you guys doing this for so long, and you kept it up.
And we tried to post stuff that no other page was
Right.
posting.
Right.
So that what kind of makes you guys a little different.
Yeah.
You know, you post different things, and you try to, it's like what we said last week. Like, it's all pathways. It's not one pathway, and to welcome people in and not turn them away.
And then what we also tried to do is we tried to go out and support other overcomings.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Like they
Yeah.
got to know us, like, other
Yeah.
Malden overcoming.
Yeah.
Arlington overcoming.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and we got to know like all of those people. So then they would come and support us.
Yeah.
So we got to know like this other recovery community
Okay.
and be able to be involved with that recovery community.
Yeah.
Because we had only been involved with our recovery community, which is, my pathway is NA.
Yeah.
Right.
And Debbie's pathway is AA.
Yeah.
So we got to this uprising other recovery community,
Yeah.
which has really been, really great.
All the other overcomings, which is
to remove
huge.
the stigma,
Yeah.
which is great because when I came around, it was
Oh,
There
huge,
wasn't
yeah,
stuff
yeah.
like this.
Yeah.
No way.
You were confined to just the rooms. If
Yeah,
you like
right.
went
In
to
the
the
base-
community,
right,
yeah,
in the basement.
yeah.
In the basement.
If you went out there and said,
Church
"I'm an addict, I'm
Yeah,
an
with my
alcoholic,"
hoodie on,
you were
yeah.
like,
People
"You're gonna rob
would
me?"
cross the
Let's
street.
do it,
People
yeah,
would
yeah.
cross the street.
Yeah.
It wasn't this whole, because now it seems from this, like you've made this pathway where I'm not ashamed to say I'm in recovery.
No,
it's
I
more
love
like
it,
I'm
yeah.
proud of it.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
we're in recovery.
Yeah.
This can happen, and
Yeah.
this,
It's an asset.
and that's what needs
Yeah.
to happen, so that people aren't stigmatized and shamed by it,
Yeah.
and especially like you said in these communities.
Yeah. So that's really great for this generation, and we can only go further with that.
Right.
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 And that's what we're working to bring to the table.
Right.
And when did you guys? So you guys started this 4 years ago.
Yep.
Right. And then you what was the first thing you did? You started the page, or you started?
We started to get involved with our city councilor,
Okay.
and we
Nice.
got the mayor's backing.
Nice.
We got a few, I think we got like one, I can't remember, like one award. We went in front of, we presented ourselves in front of the city council. We got
Oh,
an
wow.
award.
Wow.
Really?
Yeah,
Wow.
and the mayor has always been behind us. in the
Wow.
whole
That
thing.
that's huge.
Yeah, you
Like,
guys paved the way to get like politicians
Yeah.
on board,
Yeah.
community
Yeah.
people on board,
Yeah.
to really destigmatize.
Yep. So in this
Yeah.
area. So
Yeah.
That's
and
impressive.
the first thing we did we had I almost forgot about this. We had a vigil.
Oh, so that was the first thing
That
you
was
did
the first.
was have a vigil,
Yeah.
which it's as tough as they are to go to. It's important to be there and listen to the names and hold them in our memory,
Yeah.
right? And honor people that
Yeah.
they didn't die because of a moral issue, that these people were people that are dying from overdoses. It's a disease, and it's no one's fault, and to bring awareness to that.
So yeah, that was the first thing, and we had a huge turnout.
What you did in Waltham Common.
No, we had a vigil down at the French Club inside, and we had a lot of the community members come out and support us.
Wow. Okay.
Nice.
And we asked for pictures to come in, and they really supported us.
And what year was that?
Oh my God. I'm old. I don't know.
You're not that old.
You're not that.
So it was
Yeah.
So if it was,
So we're in
2015,
2020 right now.
14.
yeah, I think it was 2014.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So 6 years ago,
Yeah.
even.
Right.
No, 5
Yeah,
years.
well, now it's 2020,
yeah.
so close to 6.
Yeah,
Yeah,
close to 6
it's probably
years
like
ago.
5.5.
Yeah, 5.5. Yeah, around there.
So
Because
okay, so you started with the Vigil.
we started with the Vigil,
Okay.
and then
And why was that important to you to start with that? Like, what made you say we're going to do a Vigil?
because we wanted to show like the people in Waltham
Yeah.
that have been lost.
Okay.
You know, and at that time, all of the overcomings were doing vigils in their community.
Right.
And we wanted Waltham to be recognized.
Yeah.
That we were losing.
We're losing
Right.
people too.
Like, look at this. This is really going on. We're losing.
You know,
all these
It's not
people.
just happening in the inner
Yeah.
city.
Right.
You know,
right.
this is happening across the board in the suburbs, wherever.
You know, and just because we're small doesn't mean that it wasn't happening
Right.
here.
Yeah.
Right.
So we wanted that recognized.
Okay, so you started with that, and
Yeah.
then
And that was really successful. And then, you know, we had this great idea that we wanted to do a race on the common. And
great idea,
yeah,
right?
which has been the bane of my existence. That godforsaken race. Only because me and Debbie know nothing about a race.
Racing.
About
We don't run.
They don't participate in other races.
We don't own running shoes.
No. But we're gonna do a race.
We're gonna do a race.
You know, and we had what we did have is we had our sister program, which is Heroin is Killing My Town.
Yep.
Dina Favreau.
Yes.
Helped us a lot with the overhead of her 501c3 because we wanted to bring in money.
Right.
Right.
That's
right.
the goal. Yeah.
You know, to be able to scholarship sober living. So that was the primary purpose.
So what made that be your purpose? Is to scholarship people who sober living?
Well, we wanted to help.
Yeah.
You know.
No, I
People
just
through
didn't
the
know
doors,
like
yeah.
specifically what if there's something that made it be that specific goal or anything
Well,
like that. Or, you know, the lack of resources or whatever it was.
People get
Good question.
into treatment with their insurance and everything.
Yep.
And where I came from, you know, what came after treatment.
Right.
Yep.
You know, there was always like there was the halfway house, there was a 3/4 house, and then there was a sober house.
Yeah.
Right.
So the longer you were able to get treatment, the more successful.
Yeah.
Give people a safe environment
Yeah,
to
exactly,
recover in.
yeah.
Yeah, it's so essential.
So that's what we wanted to help with.
And for people who might not understand or know, sober living is you pay out of pocket.
You pay out of
Yeah.
pocket.
You pay out of
yeah.
pocket. It's, you know, what is it? Halfway house that.
Halfway house, you're covered until you begin working.
Yes.
So the state will pick up the bill until you begin working, and then sober living, you're just, you know, immediately when you get there, you have
Immediately.
to pay an entry fee,
Okay.
probably the first week, sometimes the
Yeah.
first month.
Until you're working and can pay
And
something.
You're just responsible for that every week.
Yeah.
You know, $200, $150.
And see, that's different too, because when I went to a halfway house, I
Yeah.
didn't have to work.
Really?
Okay.
I was
Yeah.
not. They did not want me.
They
to
didn't.
work.
They
right.
wanted
well,
you to
some
yeah,
are still
some
like that.
are still
yeah.
like that.
Yeah, some are still like that.
Yeah, I was up at 7:00, and every hour I had a different group.
Like Project Turnabout, Meridian House. I think
Okay.
those
I love
work.
I love
Yeah, Meridian's great. They've been around. Yeah.
I love Meridian.
But a lot of the halfway houses now, they kind of like have you integrate back into society. So like they give you like a month restriction where you're just on job search and like you're
Okay.
trying to get like acclimated at the house. You focus on just going to meetings with
And
the
the step work
guys.
too, right?
Step work. You can do
Okay.
step work. They have you go to counseling and all these things. And then once you're there a month, they're like, all right, now go
That's
get a
unbelievable.
job. Yeah, go get a job, start working, start saving money, start
Mm-hmm.
like being accountable for your rent and all
Yeah.
that. So, yeah, I think that's a good model of care.
Mhm.
Really.
See, I
Yeah.
never did the sober living thing, so that's why I still, even though I've worked in this field, that's why I
Right.
wanted to ask those questions. Like,
Mhm.
just because I'm sure there's people out there that don't know the difference between a sober house and
And a
house.
halfway, yeah.
And what? Well, how come you didn't want a scholarship halfway house? Well, halfway house,
Right.
you don't. You
Doesn't
know,
really require a scholarship.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So the sober living,
Yeah.
to just be able to give people more of a chance to survive
Yeah.
and to recover.
And like I said, the longer you have that, the more successful you're going to be
Right.
in your recovery.
yeah.
You know?
Okay. So the first year, were you able to
the
scholarship?
first year, we were able, I think, to scholarship 2 people. We didn't have a great turnout, but we had a lot of fun.
But look at
You had fun. You
Yeah,
helped
we
people,
had a
yeah.
lot of fun.
But look at
That's
that.
the
Your
goal.
first year, you were able to scholarship 2
Yeah.
people
Yeah.
to sober living.
But but we had no idea how to run that race.
Yes.
And it was really, we had serious people who did running show up for that race, and they were really disappointed.
Oh my God.
They
You
thought
to
it was
do
gonna
the-
be competitive.
Yeah, they were actually mad at us.
Oh my
Yeah,
God.
yeah.
They probably had to do the numbers. I remember the
Yeah,
all
but
that.
they were like, "What kind of race is this?"
It wasn't a real race.
You
It
know?
was just to
You guys
get
don't know
people
how to
there.
run a race,
Right.
So, but anyways, we had the bulldogs out there.
Oh,
Yeah.
I just heard a podcast with the guy who started the Bulldogs
Mike-
was
Mike
on. Yeah,
Farrell.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's an amazing thing.
It's
to
in
do.
a sober
Yeah.
running club.
Yeah, that's
You know,
crazy. Yeah.
it's unbelievable.
Yeah, actually,
And I like the concept of getting people active, moving,
Yeah.
the flow state,
Yeah.
to do therapy while you're running and
Yeah.
stuff like that. That's so cool.
Yeah, actually, when he started, he said that that was his therapy, because there wasn't
Right.
in this area AA or NA, so
Right.
he had to do something to keep himself.
Right.
Yeah,
keep
And
people.
People underestimate the value of physical exercise.
Right.
They don't realize
Oh, it's huge.
it is
Yeah.
huge.
Yeah.
Like I go to spin class once a week.
Yeah.
Literally just once a week. It's not to
Oh, I thought you went 3 or 4 times. No.
it's like $30 a class. I'm only
Oh,
going
wow.
once
That's
a
a
week.
compliment. She gave you a compliment.
Oh,
You look
thank
like you
you.
went 3 or 4
Oh,
times. Yeah,
no.
yeah.
I'm not spinning, but my point is, I go every week because there was something about getting up. And when my friend Holly tried to get me to first go to spin class, she goes at 6 o'clock in the morning. I'm like, are you out of your mind?
Yeah, but look, you set the tone for
But
the day.
you set the tone and just
Yeah.
the
Endorphins,
movement of it,
yeah,
and
yeah.
endorphins. Like people
Yeah.
under that.
The rest of the day, no one can bother
No,
you. Yeah,
no,
yeah, yeah.
I'm
Alright,
set for
good.
the rest of the day. So
That's like Phoenix.
Yep.
yeah, so the Phoenix is
Yeah.
another good thing. It's a
Yeah.
sober gym.
Yeah.
For people, and I think
48 hours
48
sober.
hours sober.
You go work out.
For
you can
free.
do their CrossFit
Yep.
classes or whatever
Yeah,
they
we're
call
doing
it.
plugs for all kinds.
I
of
know,
Yeah,
we did a
yeah,
plug
yeah,
for
yeah,
the
yeah,
Bulldogs,
yeah.
Phoenix.
There's a lot of great things
There
happening
is.
in Massachusetts
Exactly.
recovery-wise. It's finally we're finally at a point where there's so many resources.
Yeah.
There's so many things going on. It's
Yeah.
thank God. I know 10 years ago when I got into recovery, it was just like we said, just
There was nothing.
basements, church basements. That's it.
Church basement.
Yeah.
All there was 12-step program.
12-step.
Yeah.
Yep.
That was it.
Now there's so much, and people are really getting well, mind, body, and spirit.
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah,
So
and that's what we need to.
that's what we need to focus on.
So okay, so you did the race, which turned out somewhat successful.
Yep.
Well, maybe not the race component, but the rest of it.
we got to
Yeah.
got 2 people in
Yeah, I think that is incredible.
You know.
First year.
the first year.
So that shows.
So that's
the support
why
of the
you
community.
figure we got to for 4 weeks. So,
Okay, so 4 weeks. So they were.
we were able to raise 1,200.
That's pretty good.
Second year we were able to do 4 people. So every
See, it's
year,
doubling.
it's
every year.
every
it's
year
doubling.
it
Yeah.
pretty much doubled.
And what
Growing
was the cost
exponentially.
so you did the 2 people for the first year? Did you give them a month each? How does that work?
We give them a month each.
And how much approximately?
we
does that-
gave them 200 a week. So
200 a week.
Yeah, we
Just
have
so
to-
that people have an idea,
Yeah.
how much costs what, and so on and so
Yeah,
forth.
we were giving them 200 a week. We were paying after that first year. We paid the fee too. So,
Okay.
that first week that you have the move-in
The
fee.
entry fee, yeah.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
if it's $200, you're really giving 1,000 because
Yeah.
you're paying the month plus that
Okay.
that entry fee.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you were able to do that for
Yeah.
2 people, and then the following year for 4 people.
Yep.
Okay.
So in total,
Oh.
Do we have questions?
I know. Do we have
Yeah,
questions?
we should ask for some. Anybody have any questions?
So
Please
far?
fire away. We're ready to answer all of them. We have one of the founders of Greater Waltham Recovery Solutions on. She can ask you all the questions, her motivation,
Yeah.
whatever you have.
So let me just say, also, every year that race has gotten worse and worse.
What, the competition? Yeah.
No, it's
Not
just like the
unorganized,
organization
yeah.
of that race. I mean,
Okay.
the last year we did the race, I actually had to ride around and
Oh my
actually tell
God.
people which way to go. Go this way.
Yeah.
You're running-
Really?
Yeah.
So
So
you did away with it last
We
year.
did last
Yep.
year. We did away with the race.
And you just called it Recovery Fest.
Yeah.
which was awesome.
Well, it was always Recovery Fest.
It was always Recovery Fest.
Yeah,
okay.
but we just did away with the race.
Okay.
No more of the race.
No more of the race.
We're
Focus on the stories and the motivation.
Yeah.
And everybody being like impactful to others and like when they share their story.
Yeah, and we are going to have Recovery Fest on what's
September 13th.
Right?
Is it September 13th?
Our thing?
Yeah.
Is Sunday, September 13th.
And we're going to do something a little different this year.
Yeah, what are we going to do?
Are you going to unveil that now?
I know, is that going to be...
Wow, because we got... Okay,
drum roll!
So we are going to do cornhole.
Cornhole!
Yay, Mike!
Tournament.
And you know how to do that.
I know how to do
that.
Yeah. Loves it.
You know, and actually I have another surprise, but I'm not going to unveil it yet.
Ooh,
All right, so
tell you
the
guys,
suspense.
Keep them guessing.
Yeah.
So next show or next show you're on.
Well, I got to tell you guys first.
Oh, so you don't want us to be caught off guard.
Yeah.
And so in every year too, you honor someone every year. Yeah. Right. And
We either honor one or two.
or one or two people, which I think is really big too for the community.
And
right?
actually, you can tell because we've already decided who we are. Between me and Debbie, we've already decided one of the people.
So that every year you honor one or two people that has lost their life to this disease.
Mm-hmm.
So you want me to? Okay.
Yeah.
So this year, we're going to dedicate one of the people we're going to dedicate this year to is Michael Patrick Murphy, who I keep mentioning is my good friend of mine that passed away 3 weeks ago, actually yesterday, to this disease. So that's a huge honor, and just to celebrate his life and go on, and along with the many other people that we've lost to this, because we always honor everyone in going forward. But like, what made you guys do that honor? Like, how did you decide in the beginning? Did you honor someone from the beginning, or?
You know what happened? Because in the middle of us doing a Recovery Fest, one of our board members, Dina Favreau, as I mentioned, she lost her niece.
Okay.
And then Debbie lost her son's girlfriend.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
So then we decided to honor them.
And then that just kind of shows like you guys' role too. That no person that has someone that they love that's using or in this disease, like no one's safe.
No one's immune.
No one's immune from it.
Right.
Everyone has lost
and that
someone.
was the second year.
See,
and that was the second year.
Yeah.
So we had honored them.
And I think that's beautiful.
And even though we do honor two different people every year, their banner always goes.
So, and last year, was that Derek that was honored last year?
Derek was honored. Derek
Colson.
Yes.
Okay, honored. So that's because he was, as a friend, I went to high school with him, so I couldn't remember last year.
Yes.
If it was Derek Colson, which people tuning in might know him as well. I think he died in 2017. So that's just really.
Yeah, actually, I went to school with his mother.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. I went to school with his mother.
See, I knew Derek. My boyfriend, was good friends with him. It just shows how these communities are all.
And see, a lot of the generation now, because I went to school with Michael. I know.
Yeah, you exactly.
I know his father.
Yeah,
so.
she knows his dad, Murph. Michael Murphy Senior.
Or
whatever.
Went to school with them.
You went to school with all of them, and see what's happening. It's their whole look how many people that you went to school with.
Yeah.
Have lost children to this, which is unnatural and is not how the life cycle is supposed to work. You're not supposed to ever bury a child, right? You're never supposed. That's not how it's supposed to work. And this disease is just literally running rampant. It's our whole generation is just poof. God.
So, what happened? Like I said, so me and Debbie have been really able to hold on, and be able to.
I would say so.
Do this, whole thing, and we've had people, say, "Oh, I want to help," but then really, when it comes down to it,
nowhere to be found.
I think Debbie. I mean, I think Julie and Debbie did ask me 2 years ago to help with the race thing, and I'm like, "Oh yeah."
When it comes to the race,
They're like race wire. I was like, "Yeah, sure." Nope. Go see you at the next event. So I get it.
So, and I think that maybe, our higher power this year, said, okay, this is the year that we're really going to get this up and coming.
Right.
And all of a sudden we had all these people say, can I help?
Yeah.
And really follow through. And so one of them is you. So what made you decide?
Oh, so what made me decide? So I guess, just seeing everything you guys have been doing. Me and you started running into each other left and right, and then also we started doing the Metro Boston resource nights, which were once a month, and there was not a lot of people in there, but it was a resource night. Hopefully, when it will get back, we'll get it going again one day. Working with the Waltham Police Department, but I grew up in Newton and used in Newton, and Waltham is right on the line. And so just to be involved and bringing these communities together was really important for me, because I saw we would go to these meetings where it was like, oh, there's all these overdoses here and here, but none in Newton. And I'm like, that's not true. Like, there's no way that Newton is like this, and then Waltham and Watertown are like this, and they're inundated with these little overdose dots, and yet Newton is just immune to it all. And just work. Honestly, you are a big part of why I wanted to get involved, because it's the truth. It's the truth, because I saw you are someone that constantly inspires me on a daily basis, and you asked me if I wanted to help. So it was really because of that, my ties with Waltham, but also because of you and Debbie, that you guys, look at the sobriety you guys have, and I haven't done my drug of choice, and it was it's today the 13th or tomorrow. It will be 7 years that I haven't done my drug of choice, but I've only been sober coming up on 2 years in March from everything.
I wanted to say.
So I'm just saying. I'm sorry.
2 years is really
okay.
Really
I'm just,
big,
what I mean. So and you guys look at all your what you've done, and I see you guys at all these meetings and this and that. So,
and that's exactly what we want Greater Waltham Recovery Solutions to do.
Yeah.
So
that's why I joined. And then just seeing the team and and trying to figure out. I see your vision. Okay. I see it. I see what you want to do. I see where you guys are going. I see the passion between you and Debbie, and just that you all have the same goal. And then when you have all these people like Mike and Richie and Mandy and Sam and Kim and Linda, everyone, that we all have the same goal.
And look at all those people now.
Yeah,
you guys just came out of the woodwork.
Like you said, it was the right timing to just and look at the team now. So, and then what made you?
So what made me join was, I met Deb. I met Deb Moore at the Watertown Overcoming event probably 2 years ago, when I started to actually go attend those events and started to do outreach. And she just left a great impression on me. Every time I saw her, she was always loving, and she was just so welcoming. I was just attracted to that. Deb was so cool about everything. You just talk to her she has 32 years sober, and you just can talk to her she's got it a day. What I mean? She's humble.
Yeah.
She goes right on the level with you, which was impressive. And then I started to see you at events, and we met, and I would try to say hi, and you were always welcoming to me. And then you guys, Deb reached out to me on Facebook, and she said, hey, we all talked about it, and we want you to MC our event. And I was just blown away. I'm they're even thinking about me to do that. It was it was kind of cool. You know what I mean? I was that I must have left an impression for them to think I'm capable of it. I was I'll think about it. You know what I mean? Because it's kind of your event is pretty big, and it's a lot of responsibility. That day, I didn't even know what I was getting myself into.
Exactly.
I had to read off 20 different people, their summaries, and all this stuff, and it was we were kind of all over the place, because we wanted to make it happen. And when I was there, I just felt an abundant amount of love. I just felt loved by you guys. You guys were chill, you're going to do fine. You did awesome. When I was done, everyone was reaching out to me. You did so great. And it just made me feel I wanted to be a part of that, I'm not from Waltham. I'm not from Newton. I'm not from the greater Waltham area, but I'm from Massachusetts.
Right.
And I'm in recovery.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And I care about people everywhere in recovery or seeking recovery or addicts and alcoholics everywhere, but more so in Massachusetts, in New England, you know? So how can I be of ultimate service to New England? I feel like it's like joining like something like this, you know, right? Like it's like, this is like the grassroots stuff. This is where we like get to meet the people in need like firsthand. Like, it's not like in treatment. It's not like, you know, in a sober house. Like we get to meet them at ground zero. And like we get like, we're dealing with like their families and
that's what you deal with.
And that's what I'm dealing with. And like that's really what I like about that's really where I find my most enjoyment is like working with families. Working with people that need help, guiding them to the right help, because there's help out there, but like not all of it's like the greatest.
So I have to say that me and Debbie were like blown away when we had people that were actually wanting to join and follow through.
Like how many people do you think you've placed
since joining through? Gotta be like 4 already. You know.
And even this week too. Like it was 2 people this week.
2 people this week.
That just from seeing this video, reach out to our page or reach out to me or Mike, and that's what this is all about. You know, you never know when you might be watching this and thinking, I don't know, like, that's great, we're gonna support them, but we never really know when we're gonna need those services. This is why we're doing this. So that people know if someone needs help or needs services, whatever it is, we'll be able to find you help, because you've gotten help for 2 different people this week.
And actually, you know, even though Greater Welfare and Recovery Solutions does not have any funding right now to do sober living, I have been able to reach out to somebody else
make it happen,
make it happen. So
because that's what's huge about, and that's why I think too that I'm proud to say that I'm in recovery, because once you like know these people here or know this here, like people are willing to help you. And like you said, you were able to, even though we don't have funds right now to get people into sober living, you were still able to do that through being yourself and through, you know, all of us having the same goal is to save someone else's life.
Well, I think in our mind we tell ourselves like, if I reach out for help, I'm going to be bothering the person reaching out for help. Because that's how I am. I mean, maybe after I've been around for 22 years, but still, I'm like, oh, I don't want to bother that person. But like then we realize like all these people are like-minded, right? So we're taught in like the program the therapeutic value of one addict helping another without parallel, right?
Exactly.
So by me helping you, I'm really helping myself.
Absolutely.
Because I feel great after like
you might be saving a life.
You might be saving right.
So that's so important, especially in these days.
It is just dropping like
and then just one of our members, Dina, just reached out to me today asking, you know, who do we know who can, you know, provide sober living? So we have a list. I have a list of people who do. I found out who have money. Try this person, and this person. But I do have to tell you, when we did start this, I initially did start it with another person, and she actually bought Debbie in.
Okay.
You know, and when I met Debbie, you know, we clicked. We were the ones who clicked.
So how long have you guys known each other, you and Debbie?
Me and Debbie have known each other for 4 years.
Wow.
I thought you would have known each other.
I was thinking
it's
like
funny
20.
because we know all the same people.
But you never ran together.
And that's probably a good thing.
Probably. I think
because we would have tore Waltham.
Probably would have killed each other.
Well, we would have tore Waltham apart. You know.
We have a couple questions when.
My mom seems to think that we're having a technical difficulty, but I believe that is probably her. But,
are you sure?
Really?
What technical difficulty?
I don't know. It looks
what
like
did she say?
My mom said, I can't get connected. Seems to be a technical difficulty.
Maybe she...
it says this live video has ended? No.
Doesn't look like it ended.
Is anybody else having a problem?
So we have a question here, right? You guys might be able to answer. I mean, I could probably answer too. But are there recovery solutions for under 18 years old in this area?
Oh.
Isn't there up at
So I know CHL in Worcester has an adolescent program, Community Health Link in Worcester. They have detox. They have they have a program for adolescents, and there's also Newport Academy in Connecticut.
Okay.
Oh, right, Newport Academy, Tiffany.
Yes.
Tiffany, she's a big good person to know too. She's
yeah,
unbelievable.
amazing person.
If you're watching, hi Tiffany.
And also, there's a program in Pennsylvania called Karen, who I just met with a rep from recently. Jay, his name's Jay. He's from.
You brought him to my
yes,
open house.
So they have an adolescent track as well.
But isn't there something up at Children's Hospital in Waltham?
No, there's Walden, which is eating disorder.
Oh, okay.
I used to work there, but that's not the. They have an 18+ psych unit which can deal with dual.
Okay, all right.
It's not a detox though, but that's 18+. But then the eating disorder is they can do up to age 12.
Okay.
So there are a few. They're not as easy to find as for adults.
Right.
But
right.
there are a few. And also, you guys may be able to answer this question. She's from Lexington, Karen. Oh, sorry.
But if you reach out to the pages, if you leave your number, we will research
exactly,
that. We will research that for you. So if you can just leave your name, we will research for that, and get back to you.
And what kind of services you're looking for? Is it just, kind of give us a little bit more specifics?
Right.
Someone will absolutely get back to you on that. But that's a great question.
Yeah.
Awesome
what's going on because we need to start with the youth, and that's something that we're trying to do too.
So we will do some more reaching out for you for that and get back to you.
Yeah.
And so Karen's from Lexington, but she can't seem to find meetings she's comfortable in. Any recommendations? So you guys being from the area,
okay.
So
do you have any?
What are you looking for? Are you looking for AA, NA,
or NA? Because I can help you. There's a lot of great AA. My way is AA, but I do NA too. Like 10 years ago when I first got clean, it was NA that saved my life. NA in Watertown. I
have to say, I started my foundation in AA.
Yeah.
And they kind of showed me how to do it. Yeah. And then I veered off into NA.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Isn't that funny? And I did the opposite.
Yeah.
But see, look at there's a ton of great meetings and stuff in this area.
I mean, they're both.
Yeah, it's either one.
Either
it's
one.
whatever.
They're both very useful.
Like I'll go to if I can't find an AA meeting.
Right.
I'll go to an NA meeting.
So what is her name, Karen?
Karen, yes.
So I'm interested. Are there not any AA meetings in?
Just ones that she's comfortable with. It seems like
okay.
That's what she said.
So are you looking for?
She did AA, but she never tried NA.
Okay.
Okay.
So I mean, give it a shot. Do you guys have any recommendations?
So if you want me to do the AA, then you just need the NA meetings in this area.
Okay. Well, I mean, isn't there St. John's has NA, right? Isn't
St. John's in Watertown on Mount Auburn? They have AA and NA. St. John's is unbelievable. They have both kind of meetings. They have Al-Anon meetings there too. I forget the days they have Al-Anon. I think Saturday morning they have Al-Anon there. So that's a really great resource. Another really good resource. It's called The Shack, but it's actually the DCR building in Auburndale, 107 Charles Street. They have AA meetings there. They have Jumpstart at 7 a.m. every day. They have a noon meeting, and they normally have a night meeting.
And then you can always go to the NA hotline. And find out where, you can just put in NA, and you can find out where any NA meeting is. Yeah. In this region, and find out where any NA meeting is.
And there's also an app that's called Pink Cloud that you just click on the date and it will show you any meeting, whether it's AA or NA.
Oh, see, I'm not savvy.
Yeah, so Pink
you
Cloud,
have to hook me up with that.
Pink Cloud, you literally and it will, because our phones know everything about us, obviously. And if you click on it and say, what's today, Sunday? Right, all day. So if you go to Sunday, it will say it's 4:00. It will show you the AA or NA meetings around that time or later, which is kind of cool.
And if I'm not sure if you're not comfortable because if you're going in by yourself, but if you need somebody to, go with, just reach out to us.
Yeah.
We can, meet you there. We can, we go to a lot of meetings. So.
Yeah. Wow. That's awesome.
So I have a question. Can anyone who's watching live just put that we are still live if they can?
Karen's responding.
Oh, she is.
Yeah,
Karen's responding.
I think they can hear us. So that's good.
Okay. So
can they see us?
They can see us, yes. They definitely can see us.
Can they see us and hear us? yeah, so that's a really great question, and that's what we're here for, you know, to help provide our own experience, strength, and hope. So that's where you guys were, and then now this is kind of where we are now, right?
Yep.
And what is kind of, I guess, your goal for Greater Wildland Recovery Solutions?
Okay.
What is your vision?
Okay. My vision is to grow. Okay. My vision is to be able to get into the courthouse.
Yep.
And have recovery coaches in there.
Yeah.
To be able to, you know, provide some diversion and, you know, to be able to help to provide recovery coaches, to provide some, like I said, awareness and education in this area and the surrounding towns. Okay. Prevention in the schools.
Early prevention,
To be able to provide all the other facets there are to the recovery community, not just AA,
right?
NA, you know,
right?
To be able to do that and to, like I said, raise money, to be able to, you know, support people into sober living. Am I forgetting anything?
Connect people to treatment.
Oh yeah.
I mean, it's all done.
But it's just amazing that you guys went from, you know, just from starting, you were able to scholarship people into sober living, and that now look at where you are now, you know, as an organization.
And to educate the community, remove the stigma, you know, and have people, you know, come out and say, hey, you know, I'm struggling, you know, and to be able to, you know.
Yeah, because that's, you know, and people are so afraid to even admit when they're using. You know, they'll give you
the shame that comes along.
The shame. Oh no, I'm not doing anything. I haven't done anything, and that and
it's like we'd rather know. You know,
we'd rather know.
We'd rather know so we can help.
You'd rather.
And a lot of that has to do around not being educated around addiction.
And people think that they're going to be so shamed, like, I used an hour ago, instead of, no, I haven't done anything. Well, if you used an hour ago, you know, let's try to figure out what we can do for you. You know, because it doesn't matter if you used an hour ago. It doesn't matter if you're still using. We're here to help you.
And it doesn't. We have to remember too. It's not just about opioids.
No,
you know.
Right.
So.
It is not. Alcohol is still one of the biggest killers out there. You know, you even think about that.
It's the biggest.
Is it the biggest?
Yeah.
You even think. Look at that accident that happened.
Harmful,
2 weeks ago, the week before New Year's.
Yeah.
That a guy was intoxicated.
Oh, in the South Shore.
Intoxicated.
Killed a 13-year-old.
He killed a 13-year-old girl, and look at that. You know, because people, alcohol, like even just as someone who hasn't drank in 2 years, that like it is literally everywhere. Like even I went to get a bagel this morning at a bagel place, and it's like mimosa, because it's so socially acceptable,
and it's a slow death.
It's a slow
we
death.
Also have to look at methamphetamine.
Yes,
we have to look at cocaine.
Yeah.
So you know. So
and even like the cocaine's being laced too, and
that's something that you can't even get into detox for.
No, you have to go right to a TSS or CSS.
Right.
I mean, you can get into treatment though with a cocaine use. There's no detox.
There's no there's no medically.
You wouldn't be medically cleared for detox, or no medical necessity for it. So,
but even like just because that you might not have physical withdrawals from it, you still have withdrawals. Exactly.
Oh
that's even worse.
That's actually, you know, that actually was my first drug of choice.
Really?
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
Was cocaine, you know, intravenously.
Okay.
The mental.
I've been there.
Yeah. The mental
psychosis and all that.
Yeah.
And it's crazy that just like it can be your drug of choice. Like so when I relapsed 2 years ago, so I'd had like 6 months sober, I'd gone out of detox, and like, because I was in detox for drinking and for benzos, right? And so I was going on a cruise, and everyone's like, you're crazy, like you're 6 months sober, and I'm no, I got this. I was going to meetings on the ship. I was, you know, they had friends at Bill W. But no, literally on cruise ships, people that don't know, they have meetings called Friends of Bill W. on cruise ships.
But you know what? I when you said that, because I've been on a couple of cruises,
Yeah.
every time I went to those meetings, there was
No one
nobody
showed
there.
up.
And it's a
Yeah.
scene, like, or it's a scene for people. It's
You'll end up being the secretary.
Exactly. It's a scene for people. But my point is, I might have all intentions of being sober and like drinking was everywhere, and I'm checking it with my sponsor, and yet literally, I think we were in Cozumel or something, and we had just had lunch.
Yeah.
And I'm like, let's go shopping over here, and we must have had like addict written on our forehead because very nice Mexican man, Hector the Connector, you know, like and I did cocaine. I didn't do anything else though, but I did cocaine because I'm like, well, if I just do that.
I won't be dope.
No, it didn't really happen.
Yeah.
It didn't really, because the guy pulled out a friggin' pharmacy next to port security. I could have done anything, but I'm like, if I would do coke,
Because that's not my drug of choice.
Because that's not my drug of choice. By the end, I'm like licking the, like, it was just like, and you come back and you think that never happened, but it just shows you that it doesn't matter what it like.
Right.
You can
because you have the disease of addiction,
and you think that
anything that's going to make you escape from reality.
But
Is what I like.
Right, exactly. But for a long time, I always thought that as long as I'm not doing heroin,
I'm good.
I'm clean.
Yeah.
But that's not the case. Like it's all your behaviors. It's all like all the rest of it. Because you said your drug of choice was cocaine, but you then had other things.
Well, yeah, it was cocaine, and then I had a boyfriend who got tired of me running up and down the street. And, you know, he slowly started introducing heroin.
Yeah, slow down.
Exactly. Chill out. Chill out.
This will work.
And you're just substitute.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, for me, it was the opposite. Like I had such a habit with heroin that it wasn't producing the same effect. So it's like I started shooting cocaine because at least I was feeling something.
Right.
Like, I feel something. Like with the heroin, I was just okay. I was like,
you were
I was back to E.
Yeah. You were normal.
I was back to normal.
Yeah.
And I was just maintaining that. So in order for me to feel a rush, to feel a high, I would have to, do cocaine, or I would do meth. If I could score meth back 10, 11 years ago, meth wasn't so
it's not. It's like
I find it. So now you can find it. It's everywhere. But back
I
then,
thought it was only in Breaking Bad places.
Oh no.
But now it's coming up here.
Massachusetts.
Now it's.
And you know what I've heard from someone who recently, just went on like a cocaine binge and started doing meth. He said that people are doing it because they're getting scared of the
heroin.
That I can do meth and I won't overdose.
And I heard that they're doing meth and heroin. That's the new
speedball.
That's the new speedball.
Really?
Yeah.
Isn't it scary? But we need to be aware of this, and we need to make sure everyone out there is aware of these things. That
you have one more question I can't see. How are we doing?
There's one more question. It's a topic that we're not so crazy about. What are your thoughts on THC vaping and smoking weed? Are there places that focus on that specifically for recovery and treatment? It's becoming a huge issue in itself.
Okay.
So you handle that one.
Okay. For myself, I don't have enough education around this issue.
Same.
So, and I don't know if there's treatment or I don't know.
They've been popping up. Places pop up that actually will bring you through the course of treatment. I saw on an episode of Vice that there was a location up in Maine that actually detoxes people using strictly cannabis. They use the oil version. You smoke the THC throughout your course of treatment there. Would I recommend it? No. Am I opposed? No. But, it's just a topic that I'm not.
It's a really touchy topic.
It's not that it's touchy for me. It's just that I don't have enough information, so I don't want to.
I don't know how effective it is, or
is she saying it as like? Do you think that it's a bad thing, or is she just asking our opinion on it?
Just our thoughts on it.
Thoughts on it.
Yeah, I don't know. Like I don't know.
Yeah, it's hard because I've seen people, that it's worked for.
Mm-hmm.
And that
there's definitely people it's worked for, and there's people it hasn't worked for.
Right. So that's
I don't know which way does the scale go.
Right.
So I'm sorry.
For me personally, I wouldn't try it because I don't want to lose what I've gained through my recovery experience, and like the fact that 9.5 years later, it's been complete abstinence, and that's worked for me.
So you've been sober 9.5 years.
9.5 years, yes. Thank you.
I was trying to catch that.
But so why I'm not going to risk it. You know what I mean? I wouldn't risk like using marijuana and then set off some craving and then.
But there's some people who are able to.
There are some people.
There's some like that I've seen put down.
Yeah.
The need like stop that.
And if that works for them,
exactly.
Then...
People that have stopped shooting heroin.
Yeah.
And now
they use it for anxiety.
They smoke medically.
Yep. Yeah. Medically.
And if that's what it's gonna take, who am I to you know? Right. So that's why I just don't touch. It's Is there any other?
Look, I don't care. Just meet me at the bus station. I don't care how you get there. Just get there.
Exactly.
Right.
Yes, exactly. Is there any other questions or comments for us while we're live? Oh my God, we've been talking
we've been
for
rocking
50
and rolling
minutes.
for a minute. Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah. See, we got it together.
Time to shut it down.
It's time to. So if anyone has any more questions, and this is something that we're going to try to do, any people from Greater Wealth and Recovery Solutions will try to be on. Hopefully back soon, because someone did say that they liked the rhyming. It was easier to remember, live at 5.
Yeah, but
live
sometimes, I guess it depends on the football game and stuff.
Well, football's over.
Yeah.
The Patriots are out.
Next week we'll shoot for 5.
Oh, Patriots are out.
Patriots are out.
But then is it basketball?
No, basketball, it's all right. Basketball is 82 games, so if I miss one, it's okay.
I think it'll be all right. So we will keep you guys posted.
And actually, what I would like to do is, of course, we would like Debbie to join, but then I would like to have different kinds of speakers on.
Oh yeah, we should invite different speakers. Yeah,
that'd be great.
Yeah,
and interview them. Pick their brain.
Yeah. So
I know Murph is dying to get on.
Yeah, bring it. Bring it.
Yeah. And then I just want to, offer family support.
Family support, you can call me anytime. I do family consulting. As far as treatment goes and other things recovery related. So please reach out to our page. Last week, a mother reached out to our page.
Yeah.
I was able to talk to her for about an hour.
Yeah.
A tough conversation, obviously, with someone, her son was struggling, but it was actually a good conversation because, we were able to, ping pong ideas back and forth and come up with like the best case scenario, best chance for success. So, these are the things I love to do. So reach out to the page.
And I want to make sure that you will also be going on at 7 for...
Oh, the family support group. Yep. So if you type in the search bar on Facebook, the family support group, join the page, ask to join the page. We will accept you. And then you could be a part of our family support group. Going live at 7 p.m. tonight. Our special guest is Maureen Kavanaugh.
Oh, wow.
Yep. She's wrote If You Love Me.
And if you haven't gotten a chance to read that book, you should really read it. It's about her struggles that she went through with her daughter. And it's a really easy read. So
I actually have not read it.
Yeah.
I'm waiting to read it.
Well,
I think
you were supposed to give me a book, I think.
I know she just released paperback.
Oh, okay.
So, yep.
Yeah.
And I think it's on the bestseller list, too.
It is. It's like, it's right on the New York Times bestsellers list.
Yeah, see
it's
how many
amazing.
connections we have here.
That's so amazing that a recovery-based book, an addiction-based book is
Look
on
at
that list.
Huh?
Like, that's huge,
Look how much times they've changed.
Those are amazing strides that we're making,
And just that it's a family disease and,
And then my co-host is Mike Wilson.
Yeah.
He's amazing. He's an intervention trainer. He hosts interventions across the country. He is owner of Bay State Recovery Services. He's got a ton of experience. He's a producer, podcast producer. He produces about 4 or 5, maybe 6 other podcasts. So come check us out. It's an informative show.
Where can I, because I couldn't find the video last week, so where can I
You got to join the page.
Oh, you have to join the page to see the video.
Well, you can watch it from my page once I share it, but best practice, join the page, watch it on the page, then you can ask us questions.
Okay.
It's the family support.
But can you watch it after it's over, not live anymore?
You'll be able to watch it. Yeah,
okay,
we share it.
Last week. I was having such a hard time getting to it.
Well, see, I watched it live.
Yeah.
So
I was driving home.
Oh, okay.
We'll share it plenty of times throughout the week.
Because I wanted to, watch it.
And I just want to make sure that everybody knows that Greater Wealth and Recovery Solution supports all kinds of
all pathways.
All pathways. So,
MAT, whatever it is, everything.
So
whatever way.
Definitely reach out to to us. We will support you and
and share and like the page.
And
so
then
that
those
people can go.
Was it Karen? Karen, and we were going to get back to if you.
I have one more question.
Oh.
Joanna said, "Do you, the guy, ever talk to kids struggling one-on-one like a Big Brother model?" Yes, I will. If you have someone who needs someone to sit down and talk with, I'd be more than willing to do so, for sure.
Absolutely. These are all things too, like when we're not live, if we're not, just message the page or comment on it and someone will get back to you. And like I just said, like share the video so that people know why we're doing what we're doing and where it came from, and that they know that they can reach out to
phone number?
You do not have a phone number?
Okay.
They can message they can message the page.
Yeah, one of us will call back.
Yeah, like even just how that worked out the other day, someone messaged the page and Mike called them and talked to her, and we were able to connect with her. You know.
So we want Karen. If you need us, is that for a meeting? Karen,
yes. Karen wanted the meeting.
And then we were going to check with who about teen support.
Teen support is Joanna, I believe. Yes, Joanna.
So yeah, we will check on that. You will hear from us for that.
So thank you guys for joining us. We'll figure it. We'll keep you guys posted on when we will be on next week.
Yes.
4 or 5. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you guys.
Have a blessed
Happy
night.
Sunday. Enjoy the warm weather. It's unbelievable. Maybe that's why people aren't watching this. But
people are watching.
No, I mean, like, I'm saying if you're watching this outside or in the backyard, enjoy the nice weather.
Yeah.
Wherever it is.
Okay.
All right. Thanks.
Bye.
And oh my God.